sweaty, you know, honey, go work in the garden for a few hours, please. And we realized, and we've discussed, and we have come to the conclusion that it's really all about the pheromones. Because, you know, really the more you sweat, the more pheromone, you know, the more you release pheromones, it's all about the pheromones. And so, and Willie and I've also talked about how much I have in common with straight men. We really do appreciate things like this. And Willie in particular is a pheromone freak. Okay, so this is a pheromone freakish Willie story. Willie and his wife go to craft fairs. Okay, now, you know, we're talking about going into these places where everyone sets up their little booth and they do their handcrafts and everything. Willie loves crafts fairs. He doesn't go there to buy anything. He goes there because just about every person behind every booth is a woman. And every person standing in front of a booth, mostly, they're women. So craft fairs are pheromone festivals for Willie. Honestly, he shared this story. It's true. So he goes to craft fairs. So and he literally, and his wife is very understanding of this because she knows that when he's finished, at the end of the day, he's ready. And so he visits every single booth, has a little conversation with everyone, not flirty, nothing disrespectful. He goes just to take it in. Take it in. And he says even as he walks in the door of these festivals and these craft fairs, he's just breathing it all in. It's all about the pheromones. So craft fairs, for those of you, and I actually told him that the next time he hears of a craft fair, could you please tell me, because it sounds like, you know, Willie and I could have a nice time there together. Not together, but you know, we could appreciate the same kind of things. And I know he's tuning his guitar, but I always promise when Willie's here that I'm going to mention breasts, because we do talk about breasts. We've talked about big ones, small ones. I even wrote a song about small-breasted women. Some of you have heard it. I'm not going to sing it for you tonight, but I'll sing it again, I promise. But we had to mention, and I wish Bobby was here because we were joking earlier about Bobby, you know, who's wonderful voice, by the way. And as a matter of fact, she's going to be doing a show at the Kravitz Center in February. So very, very talented woman. Speaking of Bobby, before I get to her breasts, because I was going to discuss her breasts just for a moment. She doesn't mind. She actually likes it when people talk about her breasts. Bobby has been looking for a backup band. Bobby obviously sings jazz, blues, and so forth, and she has not found musicians. So she comes tonight. This is what she's been looking for. This is what I mean about the universe. She comes tonight. She hooks up with the guy known as James and the Giant Peach, and he'll explain why he goes by that. And he actually has friends who are jazz piano players and a drummer, and so they have literally exchanged numbers, and it could be within the next week or two Bobby's got herself a backup band like that. I love it when that happens, and he's thrilled. I know you're going to explain about the whole James and the Giant Peach thing, but at any rate, that's how the universe works. So put it out there, and it can happen. The only thing that we were talking about in terms of Bobby's breasts is we were really getting a big kick out of it because, you know, women kind of compare sizes and everything, and we were joking about how Bobby's breasts are literally the size of somewhere in the middle of the alphabet. The middle, Phil. The middle of the alphabet. Okay? Just wrap your mind around.
Like what are we talking, like K?
We're talking in that range. We're talking in that range, Milo. And she's very proud of that. Very, very proud of that. So at any rate, I really, you know, I'm just in awe of, you know, somebody who could really be in the middle of the alphabet. So did you appreciate that, Willie, or are you was that good for you? Did you want me to talk more about breasts while you're getting ready? I've talked about your pheromones at your pheromone festivals at the craft fairs. Yeah. And he's got a very understanding wife, and of course he does, because you're all primed and ready by the time you get.
I think we got to take up a collection to buy these guys trench coats.
Especially if we go to a craft fair. Right, if we go to a craft fair together, definitely.
That's it. You're getting a trench coat.
We're getting a trench coat. Okay.
I've got a pair of matching trench coats.
You would.
There you go. She would.
And they're aqua.
Why does that not surprise me?
The dark glasses. Okay, good.
Fedoras.
Good. Are does that mean we are not supposed to wear anything underneath? I mean, what's the deal with
That's
the
the
what's the
idea.
code? That's the idea. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a trench coat kind of gal, actually. I try to.
You try anything a couple hundred times.
I probably have. I probably have. Yeah, one of the gentlemen here was confused. Women were confusing him for a moment, and he says, "Why is it that I mean, he was saying something about how he thinks a girl hates him. She's acting like she hates him." And I said, "No. When girls act like they hate you, they usually like you." And he was like, "Oh yeah." And another dude is saying, "Yeah, that's true." I said, "I just know a little bit about that. Just a little bit about the girls. Come talk to me. I'll tell you. I know it from many different perspectives."